Hey and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather and this is the Fluffy Oracle. So today we're going to be mixing it up a little bit. We're actually going to be shuffling on camera instead of pre-pulling. And your choices today for your piles will be Mugman for pile number 1, Blue Yoshi for pile number 2, and the Piranha Plant for pile number 3. Now all 3 of these decks will be used in each of these readings, so please don't feel free to just pick a deck because they're all going to be used. Pick a figure, and that will be your pile choice. Timestamps, as usual, will be down below in the description box, as well as in the first comment from my mobile users. I will also have the links to all these decks for the affiliate links in case you would like to purchase them and add them to your wonderful deck collections, and to also check them out and see what decks that I actually use today. So, this reading is going to be all about saying goodbye to social media, because I've been kind of absent lately, only because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life these past couple weeks. So I haven't really been able to be on top of my game and uploading as much as I'd like to. And I kind of thought it would be interesting to be doing a goodbye social media video, because I kind of got inspired a little bit by Casey Neistat's one. But technically this reading is just going to be all about what you can expect, or what might actually, come up for you to learn or whatever in time with taking and cutting back a little bit on the social media or scrolling around on your phone all day long. And believe me, you would be surprised at some of the time limits as to how much you are actually on your phones scrolling around on social media. I know myself that because I've been so busy lately, I haven't really had time to sit there and check my phone every 5 minutes like I usually do. And I am so guilty as charged, believe you me. And I have checked out like what my stats were, and oh my god, it's horrible. There is so much life out there beyond your phone, I promise you. But for me, it was kind of like a cold turkey situation where I was so busy and nonstop at work that I didn't have time to sit down and look at my phone as much as I normally would. But it was actually kind of refreshing not to sit there and mindlessly drone off, scrolling and being bored out of my mind, going, what in the hell could I be doing with my life right now? Believe me, there is so much more. Lots of interesting people, lots of interesting things, and lots of fun stuff to actually kind of do, except if you're working, then you're kind of just obviously working your butt off. But without further ado, and any needless more dribble from me, we will go ahead and jump right in with Mugman for pile number 1. So I will see you in just a sec. Alrighty, so for my left who chose pile number 1, let's see what we get for what you can expect if you take a break from social media, for like what types of things you might learn, if you might meet somebody, any kind of advice, just a general what you most need to know. So we have our first card there, our second card there, and I'm just going to keep going until everything is pulled. So and I'm going to adjust this in just a sec, so bear with me. Alrighty, I'm going to pull one more oracle card and then we'll start jumping right into your reading. Ooh. Alright, so the tarot decks that I'm going to use are going to be used as clarifiers for these. Ooh, pile 1. Looks like you could be meeting a soulmate. It could be a friendship. I get more of a friendship kind of thing. You might be making a new friend if you take a little bit of extra time off of your phone and kind of pay attention to what's going on around you in the real world and kind of connecting back with humanity, so to speak. And then we have, which is basically taking back your power, taking back control of your life instead of being so mindless and worrying about what everybody else is doing or how everybody else is looking on their Instagram and kind of comparing yourselves to their lives, and having a more balanced state of mind. And finally diving back into your manifestation power and noticing a little bit more of the synchronicities lining up a lot easier for you in life is what I'm getting with these cards. So let's see what we get from the After Tarot. to figure out what extra stuff you could possibly be coming into if you take a small break from your social media stuff. Now, you don't have to completely go like cold turkey or completely shut it off or delete your apps or whatever like Casey did, or Swoop, because I forgot I saw Swoop's video today. She's absolutely awesome. You don't have to do what they did. If you want to, by all means, go ahead and take the challenge. It's 7 days without social media. I don't suggest it if you are not ready to cut yourself off like that, because I do know that it is hard. Because I've tried to do it myself, even before I just got super busy lately. So, and I actually did make some new friends recently at my job, because we had a new person start, which was pretty cool, and he's pretty awesome. So, we have the Sun, Judgment, and the Chariot. So making this important decision is going to be something that is very successful for you, and it's going to have a lot of wake-up power, and you are going to get a lot of surprises by doing this, because you're going to see a lot of things that you really never thought were possible, and probably experience some things that you probably hadn't ever experienced before, and kind of put some light back into your life and a little bit more action, because you'll be able to be more present, more aware, and that jumped out. And you'll be able to nurture yourself more. You'll be able to kind of take everything in for its beauty and see things for, you know, what they are, and kind of have more sense of reality and a more sense of freer feeling is what I get with this. Last one from that one, we have King of Cups. I feel like this person that you'll be meeting, this soulmate that's coming in for you, whether it's a friend or a love relationship, I feel like they're kind of an emotional person, and they kind of have a lot to say and express. And I get the feeling that it will definitely make you think about a lot of things differently and feel differently about certain things in your life, and kind of make you really question some things as well. Let's find out exactly what, if we can, with the Mermaid Tarot. I want to shuffle this one more time. So, what other messages do we have for them? I pulled one from the top and one from the bottom, and now one from the middle, since nothing decided to jump out. So we have the Magician in reverse. By spending so much time being on the phone and on social media so much, it's kind of taken and sucked all the fun out of your life, and kind of made you miss out on having everything that it is that you need, because you kind of weren't able to make that human connection. And it's also kind of caused a little bit of separation in your relationships, because you're so addicted to going like this that you're not seeing exactly what's in front of you. And then we have the Hermit. It's kind of made you really go into a lot of withdrawal and retreat from the world. And I understand, though, that if this is also from a breakup, that you kind of like immersed yourself in this kind of like fantasy realm with your phone. Not exactly a fantasy realm, but like an escapism type. You've kind of used the social media as an escapism device to help you kind of like disconnect from this heartache and feeling like you've lost everything. Honestly, that's probably one of the worst things for you. So let's see what we can do to help you with that. And I know that this heartbreak that you've had, for some of you out there, has probably caused you quite an immense amount of pain, to where you really wanted to just retreat from the world and just not really socialize very much. So what can we do to turn that around? I'm like, anything? So we have Justice in reverse. With this, I don't really feel like it's the reverse meaning. I really feel like it's more of an upright with trying to put things back into balance and to kind of counteract this broken heart that some of you may have. And to finally actually release what no longer serves you and to move on and to kind of just like, if you have to, lean on your friends, talk to your friends, kind of go out more, socialize a little bit more with your friends, the ones that make you happy and make you feel absolutely elated and whole, and let them nurture you. Let them help you to release this pain and this hurt for what no longer serves you so that you can have a brighter new beginning and have everything that you deserve. Because there is wish fulfillment that needs to come in, but if you continue to just stay in this world where you're disconnected, how do you expect your wishes to come in, my loves? Because what you're doing is you're kind of just ignoring everything that's there and what you do have and kind of crying over spilled milk almost, so to speak, with the Five of Pentacles, and feeling a lot of lack and loss and a lot of feeling like very left out and left alone. So they want you to kind of take your power back and get back into the swing of things and be a little bit more creative and open-minded to things so that you can finally stop being kind of like in that sulky mood with the King of Cups instead of wallowing in emotional hurt and being very, very negative. And then finally getting back to being happy with the Sun. So that's exactly what they're asking you to do. I am going to pull another couple of angel cards to try and help you with some extra guidance as well. So it's okay to take this time to yourself and take time out away from being on social media and kind of getting off of there and kind of getting back to yourself and becoming more in alignment with yourself and getting a little bit more focused, because I'm not really attracted to the divine timing on this card. I'm more attracted to how he's holding the bow and arrow and how focused he is on his shot. Take some time to yourself, get a little bit more focused on what it is that you do want so that you can finally emerge from this heartache and kind of feel whole again. Alrighty? So these are your messages. I do hope that they resonated with you. Remember that these are just a general reading and that they may not resonate all the way completely with you, but take what does and leave the rest. Know that I love you, and thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and joining our happy family. So without further ado, I will see you guys next video. Love yous. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 2, the blue Yoshi, let's get into this and see what we have for you. I really miss doing these videos this entire past couple of weeks that I've been gone and only been able to like record very minimal. Like, it seriously put a damper on everything for me and just made me so bummed because I miss you guys. I miss reading all your beautiful comments. I miss just everything. Like, I love doing these readings for you guys, and when I'm not able to, it kind of just makes me feel a bit bummed and very withdrawn. Whoop. So I'm gonna pull all these cards first, well, the oracle ones first, and then we'll go after that with the tarot to see what else we get for kind of taking a break from social media. In a way, it's a good idea because it kind of gives you a chance to get back in touch with reality and with what's actually going on in the real world around you, instead of looking at someone's Instagram profile going, I wish I was them, and actually being that happy state of mind instead of looking at their Instagram profiles, wishing and hoping and dreaming, even though that may not even be the case with half of them. They could just be taking and posing for pictures And you never know, they may have just a crappy life as the next person. So, by taking a chance and disconnecting from your social media for just a little bit, or even just cutting back to a minimal amount and kind of just reconnecting with yourself and surrendering to this and actually kind of giving in to being more open to connecting with the people in the real world, I feel like you're going to make a very divine connection, whether it's a new love relationship or friendship. I kind of feel like this one is more of a relationship. And I also feel for those who are already in a relationship that I feel like it will help you to have a stronger bond with your partners. And I feel like it'll give you a chance to heal and kind of let go of things that may have happened in the past that may have hurt you, and also to kind of forgive yourself as well in a way of kind of being so disconnected lately from them. And I feel like listening to music as well will kind of help you get back into the groove of things by doing this. And I feel like there'll be some synchronicities coming in, some manifestations coming in that you've been kind of wondering about and trying to manifest. It'll actually be able to be easier or more easily done by disconnecting from your your social medias and taking a break and kind of reconnecting with your surroundings and with yourself. And I feel like some of you will have a little bit more vivid dreams from doing this. I know it seems kind of weird to say, but I feel like there's going to be some sort of connection with this to your dreams, like almost like a deja vu moment for some of you out there. I want to kind of pull one more oracle card. For some reason, I really feel drawn to doing that. I'm like, what is the other messages? So we have retreat. So this is just more confirmation with taking some time out to be with yourself and to reconnect with your partners and to kind of get to know people a little bit more in the real world, instead of looking and kind of wishing and hoping and dreaming about somebody else's fantasy life on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is that you choose to, scroll through, like Pinterest or whatever. So let's get some guidance on what else might actually, happen for you or come in for you during this disconnection time. I'm like, I got 3 cards that want to pop out. They're all falling out of my hands. Okay, make that 4. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, 6 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So, in making this decision, you'll be able to reconnect with yourself and kind of do things that you used to do instead of kind of like struggling and fighting and trying to come up with new ways to be more kind of creative, more adventurous, adventurous, that's not even a fucking word, adventurous, and a little bit more entertained. I feel like you'll be able to finally figure out what it is that you want to go and go in that direction that you wanted to head in. All right, I'll take the top card, Ace of Wands. So this is going to give you a new start with things and a new beginning, especially in your relationships, and kind of like reconnecting with how things used to be and kind of bringing back more fun in your life, I feel. Especially with your partners. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like you'll be able to kind of have more fun with them. And then we have the 6 of Swords. With this, I feel like you won't be so stuck with this new beginning. And that you will actually be able to finally move forward instead of feeling like you're not going anywhere and you're not moving. And it'll give you kind of like a new jump start to your life, is what I'm getting. I know myself, for myself, I've been feeling really stuck, like really antsy to want to do something new. Like, I'm so sick of doing the same shit, just a different day. I really am. With my job sometimes. I like being there. I love the people, don't get me wrong, but half the time I'm just like, I wish I wasn't here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. So by doing this, you are going to have a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment along with that forward movement. And you'll finally be able to immerse yourself in all of the abundance that's coming in for you and that you already have, and actually enjoy it, especially with spending time with your partners. I feel like there's going to be a new, like, Three of Cups wanted to pop out. You'll be able to kind of rejoice and relax with them and kind of have like more of what you used to have, like good times, fun times, celebrating each other's presence and being happier in the company of and presence of them, as well as also with your friends. I feel like you'll be able to connect with them a little bit better and kind of be able to get to hang out with them more and enjoy their company. And then we have the Six of Cups again. So, like I had said before, getting back to what you used to do, hanging out with your friends, chilling, and knowing what it is that you really want in life is what I'm getting with this, and how and when you want to do it, and kind of just saying what you mean and doing what you say with the Queen of Swords. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So with this, I feel like if you don't choose to take this kind of separating from social media, it's going to leave you in the Two of Cups reverse type of feeling where you're really not connected with your partner, and you're not going to be able, it's going to cause a blockage for you to be able to actually meet any new soulmates and people who, for the people who are actually kind of looking to get into a relationship, it's kind of a damper. If you keep looking down, how do you expect to meet anybody? I know you have options and choices with the Seven of Cups, but this is your choice, okay? You have a choice to disconnect and finally reconnect and make new partnerships, or you can make the choice not to do that, to keep looking down and let the world pass you by. So, those are your choices. Let's see what we can do for an answer to kind of both decisions. So what would be the kind of like outcome card? So let's get you an outcome if you keep your nose buried and continue to keep your head down and in your phone. Four of Cups in reverse. You're not going to see what's in front of you and what's being handed to you, and you're going to end up missing out on a lot of things and kind of sitting there wallowing in self-pity. So let's see what the options would be and the outcome for this, for the making the choice to actually put your phone down and pick your heads up and get off social media for just a little while, or at least cutting it back just a little bit. So we have the Empress. You'll finally be able to nurture everything, all your wants, needs, and desires, and you'll be able to have satisfaction and fulfillment, is what I'm getting with that. So these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it does help you. And I wish you the best of luck if you do decide to kind of cut back a little bit from social media. I know it's a little bit hard for some people, but I think it's a kind of a cool choice. So these are your messages. I will see you guys next video, and I hope that you enjoyed this reading. And for those of you who are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and joining our big happy family. Thanks, and see you next video. Love yous. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose the Piranha Plant for pile number 3, let's get into this and see what could come out of taking a break from social media for a little bit, even if it's just cutting back for a little while. Let's see what's to come for you by making that choice. Alright. Whoa. I'm going to pull them first, and then I'll start reading with what I got, okay? So by surrendering to this challenge and kind of taking a break and cutting back a little bit from social media, there's some new beginnings that'll be coming in for you. You'll finally be able to make some headway with some of the projects that you've been wanting to work on, some manifestation. And I also feel like maybe even possibly beginning new relationships for some of you, because you'll finally be able to lift your heads up out of your phones and meeting someone in real life. And I feel like when you run into this person, if you do during this time, for some of you, I feel like it's going to cause some miracles and some much needed happiness for you. I feel like it's also going to put a lot of things back into perspective and an equal balance, because you'll be able to listen more and kind of understand and hear the people around you when they're actually talking to you, and finally kind of just enjoy life for what it is. I also feel like that you will be able to kind of see a lot more signs and synchronicities that are coming in from your guides and angels, and I feel like someone is going to give you the answer to a problem or question that you've been having lately with the listening card. And I feel like once you get that answer, it'll be cause for rejoicing and celebration, and kind of finally having that aha moment to finally releasing it. So let's see what we get with the tarot cards to see what's coming in, or what could come in for you by making this choice to cut back a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple more, because these are some harsh energies coming out. All right. So, for some of you out there, you're finally going to be able to get out of a partnership that you're feeling stuck and bound to, and finally being able to release them, because there's going to be a tower moment once you're able to lift your head up out of your phone and kind of really concentrate on what's going on, because you're going to finally see things for the way they are and how they are. And your foundation obviously is not as stable as you thought it was, because you've kind of been avoiding, some of you have been avoiding this and not wanting to see it for the longest time. And you've kind of just been concentrating mostly on yourselves and kind of just doing your own thing and not really paying too much attention to them. So I feel like it also could go vice versa, like they haven't really been paying too much attention to you and seeing, you know, just how great you are and kind of honoring you and giving you the respect that you deserve. So this tower moment is definitely going to happen, because it's in reverse and it's something that's going to be unstoppable. And then we have the moon. So these secrets are definitely going to be coming out, and you are definitely going to be finally seeing what you haven't been able to see before, and kind of starting from scratch and building a more firmer foundation, whether it's on your own or even just tearing down your relationship as it is now and rebuilding it from scratch, and kind of trying to reconnect with your partner, if that is what you so choose. So let's see what else might be happening for some of you. I know that was quite a bit heavy and a little bit of a shock, especially even to me. Even with all those cards, I was just like, whoa. Okay. So, with this, I feel like some of you will be seeing your partners for the F-boys, for who they finally are, and getting to the truth of the matter and putting things back into perfect harmonious balance for you, and finally kind of walking away from this relationship, because you've finally been able to see the truth for the type of person that they are, and the things that they've been hiding for you, especially if you're having that intuition where your partner hasn't really been completely faithful to you. So we have the Ace of Cups and the Devil. So with the Ace of Cups and the Devil, I feel like this relationship was probably built mostly on lust instead of actual feelings of love. And the truth of that is finally going to be coming out for some of you. And I am really sorry to be saying all of this and giving you these messages. But if it's the truth, then I feel that you kind of need to hear it and owe it to yourselves in order to kind of cover your own asses. And kind of basically save yourselves the heartache and the pain of having a surprise come out of the blue. So we have Justice, Three of Pentacles, the Moon again. I had a bunch of cards fall out, and I kind of feel like they're all needed. Okay, so justice will be served, and everything that was hidden is finally going to come to light. And I feel like your friends will be there to help lift you back up and have kind of a new beginning, because I feel like watching this is going to help you kind of catch yourself on the way down instead of completely falling off that cliff as a total shock and surprise, because this person who was sneaking around behind your back and being a total jerk and basically just, I feel like these two were in a relationship. Like, he was basically using her for her money and her status, and he was just sitting there thinking, okay, well, I'm the shit and there's nothing you can do about it, and I'm just gonna walk all over you, is how I'm feeling from those cards. I know that that's not the traditional meanings, but that's exactly the feelings that I'm getting from it. So I want to get some outcomes. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. So at least there is some kind of a happy ending after all this is done. So taking a break from social media might actually be called for so that you can kind of collect yourself. Oh, wow. 2 tens. Even better. And I want to do one more. And the Emperor. Now that's a happy ending, if I've ever seen one. Once you've finally been able to get out of this relationship that's pretty much been sucking the life out of you and not really realizing it, and taking the time out to take some time off of your phone and kind of heal and withdraw and kind of just revamp your entire self, I feel like you are going to get everything that you deserve, including that happy ending with the happy family, and be completely in control instead of being manipulated anymore. So these are your messages. I do hope that they resonated with some of you, and I am so sorry that the energies were so heavy for this reading. But I do thank you guys for liking and subscribing to my videos and for checking me out. And I will see you guys next time. Love yous. I'm dreaming.